kind of relate it so that they feel like they're actually there in the picture, and making use of the kind of psychological behaviors of others through utilizing the mirror neurons and using colors that connote certain moods and certain layouts of the picture that are probably the most optimal psychologically. Those are really good ways to start growing your profile based purely on content.
Wow, thank you for that tip. I hope everybody took notes on that, because I'm telling you, this girl knows what she's doing. This is huge. We got some free Instagram advice. Thank you for sharing that, Julia.
No problem.
Oh my gosh. There's more where that came from, people, let me tell you. So how did you start to get clients? How did you get your very first client?
Let's see. I got my very first client because I was brave enough to take the first step and start connecting with people on LinkedIn that I didn't know. And I sort of used automation to connect with people in certain keywords and just meet as many new people in the greater New York City area that I can. And it was because I did this that I was able to meet someone who owns a networking event, or a networking business. They host networking events. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, is that the Dynamite Networking?
Yeah, and it's a group that only super connectors get invited to, they say. So it felt like a really big privilege to even be there because it was hosted at USA Today, the one that I went to. And it was there at the meeting that I actually met my very first client, who I ended up writing a report for on how they could optimize their social media. And I think the report was 15 pages. And I really went into good scientific details about how the algorithm works and how he wasn't really utilizing the algorithm the best way that he could and how he could improve. And he actually took the advice from my report, and I was really proud.
Good for you. Congratulations. That's amazing. So he just became a client because he heard what you had to say about your what you were doing, and you had the credibility, and he said, yeah, he connected with you and said, I'd like to talk to you more. Is that how it happened?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I used that sort of networking idea that I had gotten to network with people all over the US, and even one of my clients is from Japan, which is really exciting for me.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible. The fact that you could get, first of all over the country, and then that's the beauty and the power of the internet too. I mean, it's just an amazing tool. The global boundaries aren't as there's no walls really with the internet. So it's awesome. Congratulations. I mean, it's really hard to get clients. So I think that's, if you got the momentum and keep it going, it's amazing. So let's talk about that in terms of clients. What are the different kind of clients that you have? Are they in different industries? Are they all kind of the same industry? How do you think about them?
They're actually all different industries. I've had prospective clients that run apps. I even have a client coming up that runs an app. And I'm not going to get into it too much because I don't want to share people's personal information.
Of course,
but I also have a client that produces baby products and owns the patent for a very lucrative baby product that they came up with. And I'm not going to get into that either. But they're based out of Florida. And I have clients from Connecticut. One of them is the app person that I was talking about. And I have a lot of clients from New York City and prospective clients too. I have an author, and you're even one of my clients too, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely a client, and I'm a content platform. So that's another add to your client list. So you're starting to really build a nice portfolio for yourself. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, because you're going to be amazing. Well, you already are amazing, but I mean, it's only going to get better.
Thank you.
So what do you want to do, like, in terms of that? Like, you're building your client base, you're building this business, but you're also looking at doing other things at the same time, right? Let's. I think I want to share that with our listeners, like what your big sexy vision is for Julia.
Well, actually, I was thinking about finishing up my degree. One of my professors suggested that it would be a good idea, so I started looking into it. I won't share my particular college of choice because I haven't told my family about it yet, but once I do, I'll definitely share that. But I want to go to a school where I can do a lot of research and where I could sort of use the campus's resources to my own benefit for research.
And what kind of topics are you going to research? More on this line? More about sociology or psychology? What is your real passion around?
I want to see how many different sciences can tie into social media, because besides automation, psychology, sociology, and a few other social sciences, I want to see what else could be used scientifically to improve social media marketing as much as possible. I feel like it's a really untapped area, and it's definitely a new frontier that not a lot of people have researched into as fully as they could have.
So that would be, it sounds like there's a thesis coming down the pike, that would be the kind of the topic of the thesis. And at some point you're going to be, sounds like you're going to be teaching this. You're going to get a PhD, and you're going to
getting a master's, actually.
It sounds awesome. So will your credits transfer?
I hope so.
And so you won't have to do a whole 4 years at the new school, right?
Yeah, I'd probably end up only having to do 2. I've already done 3 years in college, 2 to get my associate's degree, and then 1 to get 2 certificates.
And so what is your degree in and your certificates?
So I have an associate's degree in liberal arts, which is perfect for if you want to transfer, because your liberal arts classes are the ones that you would have had to take at the other school anyways. And I have 2 certificates. One of them is in entrepreneurial studies, and the other is in fashion retail marketing.
Oh, wow. You really are well-rounded. That's going to help you with your client base. Yeah, your clients, right? That's totally going to help you with that.
Yeah, and because I was in the entrepreneurial sort of field at my school, I was able to connect with my professors and professionals in the Connecticut area where I live. And I'm actually now, because of that networking, a mentor for the Fairfield and New Haven entrepreneurial societies.
I was going to ask you if you had any mentors, but now you're mentoring others.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you're doing that already.
Nice as a distinction, yeah.
I commend you for that, because we all need, mentoring happens. It's not an age thing, or I don't think. It's like mentoring in the moment. I had another guest on one of my podcast episodes, and she talked about that, mentoring in the moment. So it doesn't matter what the relationship is like. It's just you always can learn from someone else, really, from other people.
Yeah, I've had mentors too, especially with my professors. I've had my professor for a few of my classes, Professor Luglio, has become like family to me over the years. She's really helped me get into business and entrepreneurial studies. And she helped me come up with the program that I took to get my 2 certificates.
That's amazing. That's cool when you can bond with people like that. I think that's what we're here, especially I'm glad to know she's a woman, because I feel like women helping women is so magical. So right? I really, there's just something about it. We just understand each other, and it's not sexist or anything. It just is the way it is. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Sorry, dudes, if anybody's listening. Okay, so we have to wrap up, but I just want to ask one last question is, if you had any advice to people coming up through the ranks in college, what would that be?
I would say tell as many people your dreams as possible because you don't know who might be able to help you out. It's okay to put yourself out there. I wish I had learned that a lot sooner. I was an introvert for many years.
Oh my gosh, you would never be able to tell. But yeah, I mean, I think that's fantastic because that's basically networking, right? Tell as many people as possible. It's like the basic formula of social media. I mean, you try to amplify
Yeah.
the message, right?
Yeah,
That's great.
exactly.
Of course, that advice comes from you, the social media maven. Of course. Perfect. Okay, and then what's the best way for our listeners to find you if they want to be a client, or if they just want to ask you questions or find out how more amazing you are?
I would say the hub of all of my client-based activity is definitely LinkedIn. You could find me at Julia Serafine on LinkedIn. I would say probably if you see a profile picture of a beautiful blonde, dirty blonde girl, then that's probably me. And if they're very accomplished, then it is me. I'm just kidding about that. But I am on LinkedIn, so please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love to meet new people, as many new people as I can.
Amazing. Oh, so happy I met you. So thankful that you joined us on the show. Julia, Merry Christmas. Thanks for being here.
Merry Christmas to you too, and thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, we're going to be working together. I'm so excited.
Me too.
For greatness. All right, listeners, thanks again for being with us on the Hero Whispers. Go out there and check out Julia Serafine. You will not be disappointed. Trust. And in the meantime, slay those dragons. Peace and love.